Okay, I'm back again. Sorry, my video cut out very abruptly. I believe I was talking about safety and whatnot. I covered the overloading your car, I covered the child safety seats that were needed. Also, I don't remember if I covered getting the proper insurance, which you can get from Allstate for rideshare, and make sure that they don't only know that you're doing Uber and or Lyft or Via or whatever you're doing, make sure that you get the appropriate protection. So if something happens while you're in a ride, go ahead and let them know that you need this coverage. If you have more than one vehicle, make sure that both are covered that you're going to use on Uber. Now, of course, Uber Black people, if you're driving on the Uber Black platform, you already know that you have to get commercial insurance. That's just part of the deal. So, moving on, here another helpful hint is do like I did. Before I even started driving Uber, I decided to name my company. I named it Don's Transportation. I sent off for my federal and state tax ID numbers, and then I found an app called QuickBooks for Small Business. I plugged in these numbers into the app, and then it has it where anything, car payments, cell phone subscription, even the subscription to the app, subscription to Apple Music, anything that you use, even clothes that you buy to wear while you're on Uber, laundering and care of these clothes, this is all tax deductible. Any chemicals you buy to keep the car clean on the inside and out, tax deductible. Do not take the standard deduction. Itemize everything. You'll be surprised at how much you can get back. Now, if you pay cash for your car, like my CRV was bought and paid for, they have what's called a depreciation value deductible. I take that. What I do is I put down the mileage that I have on my car before I start driving on Uber, the starting mileage, then I put down the ending mileage afterwards. So, what you need to do is keep track of it. Plug this into the app, it'll tell you. There are other apps that you can use, but this one tells you how much money you owe to state and federal at the end of every quarter. Now, this is a fiscal quarter. I started my fiscal quarter on November 22nd of 2014. So, November, December, January, February. On February 22nd, my first fiscal quarter was ended, and the app told me how much I had to pay to state and how much I had to pay to federal. Now, also, what I did is I got myself a business checking account through Chase. So that's where my money goes from Uber profits. Everything I get paid from Uber goes there. Okay? Now, once I don't pay myself right away, I figure out how much I'm going to need for taxes at the end of every week, how much I'm going to need to take out. Because you have to pay your own Social Security tax, you have to pay your own Medicare tax. If you don't pay these taxes, then you're in trouble. Eventually they might come after you, they might not. You never know. It depends on how much you owe. If you owe under $10,000, chances are they're not going to come after you. But if these Uber Black drivers, they probably haven't paid their taxes since they started. A lot of them, if they're an independent contractor and only have one vehicle, and Uncle Sam's going to come get them, especially if they're in the country on a green card or student, whatever, visa or something like that. They're going to come get them. Now, people that are citizens of the country, I don't know what they would do to them. I don't know. All I know is I just do everything the legal way, so I don't have to worry about that nonsense. So get the QuickBook, get your state and federal tax ID numbers. They're free, and you can do it over the internet. It's real simple. Just name your company, like I named mine Don's Transportation. I based it out of my home, so therefore, even things in the home can be considered tax deductible, like heating, lights, entertainment. My Wi Fi is tax deductible, for Pete's sake, and it's in my home because I use my home for business. I park my car here. So, you know, You can deduct everything. It's your office. Your home is your office. Your car is your office. You have two offices. You're using your vehicle as your primary, how do I put this, asset. Your vehicle is your primary asset, but it's also your primary expense. Tires, tire rotations, alignments, brakes, shocks, struts. If you have to get the 100,000 mile tune up on your car, that's tax deductible. Anything that has to do with your business is tax deductible. If you work 8 hours, you're allowed to take out a certain amount, deduct a certain amount for a meal. It doesn't matter if you take your lunch with you, they still allow you to do it. So take the damn deduction. Why not? It's legal. Do it. So, moving on. That's how you do your business. And make sure you also get your LLC. You can do that on LegalZoom.com. What that means is your company is a limited liability company. And go a step further and get insurance for your company if you think you need to. Now, I didn't do that because I don't have a brick and mortar business. So I did not see the point. I mean, what's the point? I have insurance that covers my home. So, why bother with that? So, enough said about that. All my insurance is through Allstate. I'll just drop a name right there. And you are in good hands with Allstate. So, here's another thing, like I said, about if you get Allstate, you can download their app, sign up for DriveWise, and drive wisely. Don't drive like a lunatic. No matter how much in a hurry people are, just don't do it. If you feel uncomfortable, if a passenger's trying to push you to drive too fast, you know what you do? You find a safe place to stop and tell them, sir, ma'am, I do not feel comfortable doing this ride with you because you're trying to push me to hurry, and I'm not that type of driver. Pure and simple. They may give you a 1-star rating, they may blast you, but you can also give them a 1-star rating and then send Uber a message that you never want to be paired with that person because they made you feel unsafe. Now, this is where the dash cam comes in handy because you have video proof of what they were doing. And if they were doing something that was really bad, Uber's going to ban them. They're going to take them off of Uber. I know this happens. I've seen it happen, even with my own passengers. Since I got that dash cam and I've been able to send Uber proof, or I've been able to go to the office and show them on my phone what they did, oh yeah. I'm in the right, the passenger's in the wrong, because it records audio and video. Get yourself a Garmin dash cam. You will thank me later. And also, the Garmin dash cam, it's a business expense. Think about it. So, you may say, oh, I don't have the money, I don't want to spend it. You're basically going to get the money back anyway. It's tax deductible. So what difference does it make? Just buy the damn thing, okay? All right, moving on. I talked about snow, I think, in driving and bad conditions, that you have to decide for yourself if you can handle it, if you're comfortable with it. It's all up to you. If you are, then go for it, but make sure you watch other people. Be very, very aware. And that leads into my next topic. Do not go out there and stay out more than 10 hours at a time. Now, what I do is I have a stopwatch app. Well, it's a timer app. I have an iPhone, and I downloaded from the App Store a timer app. And one of the things is a stopwatch. I named it Don's Freaky Stopwatch. So I start my stopwatch as soon as I go online with Uber. If I go offline to take a break, I pause it. If I have to stop and use the restroom, whatever, get something to eat, whatever, I pause it because I'm not driving. I'm not behind the wheel. If I stop and take a break or whatever, for any reason, I pause the stopwatch. So no more than 10 hours, period. Well, let me tell you, sometimes I only have to work 4 or 5 hours and I can make $100. Why work yourself to death? Don't go out there when it's slow. Don't stay out when it's slow. Go home or find a place to sit and take a nap. If you have to, take a nap in your car, but leave your car running, and park legally. Don't block anyone in. Don't block a driveway. Don't block an alley or anything stupid like that. Which leads to my next topic. Pickups and drop offs. If you can't possibly find a parking spot to pick up and drop off a person, even if they have to walk a few hundred or 50 feet to get to your car, do it. Don't double park to pick up and drop off if you don't have to. I don't care if you got your hazard lights on, especially on a busy street on a busy night. Don't double park on Clark Street. Don't double park on Halstead. Just don't do it if you can't, if you can avoid it. It's stupid. And if the passengers complain, oh, I had to walk, you know what? You can always cancel the damn ride. If you have passengers that are that namby-pamby and they're already complaining when they're getting into your car, the best thing to do is cancel the ride, because otherwise they're going to rate you 1 stars. They're going to complain to Uber, so you don't need it. Okay, here's another thing, service. This is what I do. I don't have the hatches that open automatically. I don't have it where you can push a button and the hatch pops open. I wish I did. I had it on my last 2 cars that I had on Uber, but I don't on these 2, unfortunately. Get your butt out of the seat. Get your butt out of the seat. I don't care how cold it is, how rainy it is. Get out of the damn car. Quit being so damned lazy. You're not a cab driver. You're an Uber driver. We're supposed to be professionals. When I started, I wore a tie. I wore a tie for years. And I finally gave up on the damn tie because nobody gives a damn if you wear a tie. If you want to, go ahead. If you want to dress up, you want to wear a frickin' tuxedo to drive Uber, I could care less what you wear. But don't go out wearing pajamas. Don't go out wearing a stupid ass sweatpants that look like you're from, some idiot part of Chicago or something. Look professional, okay? Don't go out dressed like a slob. Look professional. Don't go out smelling like you just had some type of weird greasy ass food and now you smell like the food. Your car smells like the food. Don't do it. Keep your car clean. Keep yourself clean. And just be professional. Get your ass out of that seat. Open the cargo hatch. Open the trunk. Help people with their luggage. Open the door for them. Ask them to put their seatbelt on. Make sure that they're all in. And then shut the damn door carefully. And by doing that, they won't slam your doors and ruin them. You have more control that way. So you're not only being courteous, but you're more in control. So get the hell get your lazy ass out of the seat. Okay, I'm talking about you younger people that are out there driving Uber that are just, oh, it's too cold, oh, it's too this. Well, you know what? Bring your damn coat, drape it over your seat, or keep it in the seat next to you. And if someone has to sit in the seat next to you, grab your coat and put it in your damn lap. And if you're not comfortable with that, just have it somewhere where you can grab it. If it's cold out, wear a hat, over your head. Of course, I wear a damn, hat that covers my head pretty damn good because I ain't got much hair up here. But get your ass out of that seat, you lazy turkeys. Quit being so damned lazy. It really burns me up. I'm really, really passionate about this, I guess. Okay, here's the next thing. If someone has luggage that is just ridiculously large or ridiculously heavy and you don't feel like you can lift it by yourself, ask them for help. Or if they're young, let them put the damn shit in, but still get out and open your hatch or your trunk. If they've got these huge cargo trunks, I have run into a couple of them, go over and see how heavy it is. And if you can't lift it by yourself, don't do it. I've had surgery on my right labrum and rotator cuff. So if it's too, and also I've got a bad back. I'm old. I got arthritis. If it's too damn heavy, I'm not going to fool with it. And if they can't fool with it, hey, cancel the ride. And that's it. Why? Too much luggage. That's my reason. Period. I don't care what they say. And when people call and say, oh, I'll need help with the luggage, I call right back and I say, hey, how big is your luggage? Take a picture of it for me. Show me. Can you text me a picture of your luggage maybe? I've had people say they need help with their luggage and I'm 10 minutes away and then I'm calling them I've actually can't in the years of driving Uber, I think I've canceled 3 people because they had either way too much luggage or just ridiculously heavy luggage. Now, here's another thing. When people want you to make a U turn, say it's Saturday night and you're on Clark Street and there's cars up and down the street. I don't care what they say or how namby pamby they are, or how what's the word I'm looking for, privileged they think they are. If you can't make that damn U turn safely, don't do it. Especially on Clark Street or Halstead, there's police all over the place there. And if they see you making a U turn and holding up traffic, making a damn U turn, they might just give you a ticket or at least yell at you or something. Some of you Uber drivers in the city have done some pretty damn stupid things that have messed it up for the rest of us. Those of us that know what the hell we're doing are getting a bad name because those of you that don't know what the hell you're doing are screwing things up. You know who you are. Okay, using your high beams in the city. Stop it. Knock it off. You don't need your high beams on in the city. If you don't have the fog lights, go get them put on your damn car. That's tax deductible too, you knuckleheads. Anything you add to your car because you're using it for Uber is tax deductible. Stop with the high beams. And don't flash my car thinking I got high beams on, because I damn sure don't. Just because my lights are a little brighter than yours. I'm talking about my Kia Soul. Everyone thinks I got my damn high beams on, and I don't. Then they're not they're not the LED lights, they're not the high intensity discharge lights. I just happen to keep my damn headlight lenses clear. I don't let them get dirty. That's why people think I got my high beams on. But I don't have that problem in the CRV because I got oxidation on the lens covers. So no one has ever flashed their high beams on and off on me when I'm driving the CRV. Okay, moving right along. We talked about the high beams last. We talked about U-turns. Don't turn right from a left lane. Don't turn left from a right lane. If you have to, go around the frickin' block. Don't do it. It's illegal and it's stupid. And your passengers could report you to Uber. And if you're like me and you got a dash cam and something happens and you cause an accident, that dash cam is going to prove you're in the wrong. So just don't be stupid, okay? Because if you do something stupid, chances are your insurance and Uber's insurance isn't going to cover you on the accident, and then you're screwed. So just don't do it. Take a little extra time. Quit getting in such a damn rush. Don't pull up behind another car and hit your high beams on and off and honk your horn because you're in such a damned hurry. Don't do that either, because you're making the other people in front of you uncomfortable. You might even be making your passengers uncomfortable. So knock it off. Don't do it. All right. Now, I believe I talked about the Car Guys products, how the Super Cleaner can really get in really good. It cleans absolutely everything. And I think I told you about 2 parts of the window deicer. Make sure you get a name brand like Prestone or Rain-X. Don't use the cheapy brands. 2 parts window deicer, 1 part Windex, not the cheap stuff. Get the name brand. Put it in an empty spray bottle, mix it up, spray it on your glass inside and out, wipe it right off immediately with a microfiber towel. Use the misting setting on the sprayer. Don't use the direct spray because it puts too much out. You don't need much to clean your windows. Keep your windows, keep your mirrors clear, everything that you can keep clear. If you have a backup camera, spray it just a tiny bit on the lens, or just use the cloth that you've been using to clean your rear view, or excuse me, your rear windshield, whatever. The rear window, if you use the same cloth to clean the lens to your backup camera, it'll come out clean and you'll be able to see better. So keep those mirrors clear, keep those windows clear, keep that damn windshield clear, keep everything clear so you can see better. Turn your head from right to left. If you're turning right, turn your head to the right. If you're going to change lanes into the left lane, don't just look in your mirrors. Turn your head to the left. If you're going to change lanes to the right, turn your head and look to the right. A car could be right next to you, and you're not going to see that car in your rear. It's going to be in your mirror's blind spot, and if you don't have the car next to you detection, then you're screwed. Now, my dash cams have all kinds of detection, frontal collision detection, lane departure warnings, all kinds of crap, red light camera warnings, speed camera warnings. So that's why I say get the Garmin. Get the Garmin dash cam. I got it from Best Buy. You'll thank me later. The Garmin 45 is $150. The Garmin 55 is $200. I'd get the Garmin 55 because it has the voice commands. And get yourself a 16 gig micro SD card because you can put a lot more on there. And then you just pull it out, put it in the adapter, plug it into your computer, and then boom. Or you can just send the video from your phone, from the app that you hook up with it, straight to yourself. You can email yourself the video if you want to do it that way. It's so simple. I mean, I'm 50, almost 52. If I can do it, you can do it. Come on. Most of these people I'm talking to are a lot younger than I am. So, but you need to drive like you're an old man when you're driving Uber. Okay? Keep that in mind. Quit driving like lunatics on Uber, especially in bad weather. Especially in bad weather. I don't care if you've got a Toyota 4Runner and got it locked in four-wheel drive. There's snow and ice out there. I don't care if you got 16-wheel drive. You hit a patch of black ice, you're gone. You're toast, especially at highway speeds. You're going to lose control. Okay, I've been driving professionally in the Chicagoland area in one form or another, starting off as a school bus driver since 2006. I have seen stupidity all up and down the United States. I drove charter bus out of the Chicagoland area for 6.5 years. Now let me tell you, I've seen semis off the road on the side because they were going way too fast and they hit a patch of ice. And then that's it. Party's over. So be careful if you're going to drive in rotten weather in the winter in Chicago. Use some caution. Use your common sense. If you don't have any common sense, come to me and I'll knock some common sense into you. Okay, I think I've talked about everything. This is a really, really long video compared to the other one. I don't know if you're going to watch all of it, but you know what? I'm uploading this just for my own peace of mind. I think I've said everything I need to say. Questions, comments, leave below. Subscribe because there will be more videos coming out later on. I did sign up for Uber Eats, but I haven't done it yet. And I got myself a nice delivery bag, which I find out that I may or may not need. So we'll see how that goes when and if I actually start doing Uber Eats. But right now I'm saying no because, you know, it's rotten weather and I don't want to be bogged down with a bunch of damn deliveries. Because there again, you need to get out of your car. That's another thing. I had Uber Eats delivered to me and the guy didn't get out of his car. I had to go out to the parking lot. And it says on the app, delivered to your door. So if it means delivered to your door, get your butts out of the car if you're delivering Uber Eats and deliver it to the door. And you'll get that tip. Do everything you can. Be a 5-star driver. Be an all-star driver. Keep your car clean. Be courteous. Be mindful. If the people talk to me, I talk back. If they don't say anything, I don't say anything. Well, here's one more thing. I do not carry an auxiliary cord. Why? Because my car is there for transportation. It's not a jukebox. And I'm not going to let them hook the damn aux cord up and then they play 30 seconds of one song, then 30, and then they want the music cranked all the way up. And I also don't let people pair up their phone with my Bluetooth for that same reason. I ask them what type of music they like. I tell Siri to find that type of music on Apple Music. And then I tell them we're not going to crank it up high. I understand you're going out and you want to get jazzed up and this and that and the other. And if they don't agree with me, find the safe place, drop them off and say, hey, why don't you take a younger person? Try and find someone else that wants to listen to this crap or that doesn't mind having it thumping and giving him a headache. That leads to one more thing. People that get in my car that smell like they've taken a bath in marijuana or just smoked a bong, I'm not giving them a ride. I don't want the smell in my car, and plus the smell gives me a headache. One more thing, and then I'll end. Don't drink and drive as an Uber driver. Don't use drugs and drive as an Uber driver. Not only is it illegal, marijuana is illegal in the state of Illinois. If someone offers you a bag of weed as a tip, don't take it and sell it like I've heard one or two Uber drivers. They brag to me, oh, they would give me a bag of weed and I took it and sold it for $40. Why would you tell me that? I'm an old fart. Look, I haven't had a drink in over 20 years. Now, enough said. I can't drink and drive because I don't like alcohol and it doesn't agree with me. And marijuana and the illegal drugs, I just don't do them. So I don't even like taking ibuprofen, to tell you the truth. But that's just me. Like I said, I'm an old fart compared to a lot of these drivers. So I think I've covered all the bases I want to cover today. And like I said, I'm an old fart. These are things that I'm just putting out there. You can listen. You can go, oh, screw you. You don't know what you're talking about. But believe me, I do know what I'm talking about from a safety perspective. And I bet 10 to 1 that there are a lot of drivers that have been let go off the Uber platform because they didn't follow the rules. And a lot of drivers that claim, oh, I had one driver tell me, I've been driving Uber 6 months and I've done 10,000 trips. That's impossible. I mean, you know when someone is lying. I've had Uber drivers say, oh, I did a trip to Cleveland. Well, show me on your Uber app where you did the trip. Oh, I did it for cash. Well, if you do a trip for cash off the Uber app and you don't have rideshare insurance, you're done. And besides, even if you do have rideshare insurance and you accept a trip, you better make sure that you have the right thing on there. It better show that you're using that car for hire, which that's how mine shows. I'm using these cars for hire. So if you don't have that right insurance and you take that ride for cash, and something happens, insurance is not, Uber's not going to cover you because it's not an Uber ride. If you don't have the right insurance, they're not going to cover you because it's not an Uber ride. So taking cash for trips, just don't do it. I don't care if they offer you $100 to go 5 blocks away. Or I was offered one time from the Swiss Hotel $20 to take someone to Navy Pier. I turned them down because I didn't have the appropriate insurance at that time and I didn't want to get in trouble. And besides that, it could have been a sting. It could have been someone from Uber trying to set me up. Oh, one more thing before I forget. Kids that are under the age of 18 are not allowed by federal law to ride in any rideshare vehicle by themselves. That's federal law. That goes across the board for every rideshare platform there is, whether it's Uber, Lyft, Via, Juno, anything else that's out there. If someone gets in your car and you think they're under the age of 18 and they're alone, ask them, are you at least 18? And if they say no, you say, I'm sorry, sir, ma'am. Even though they're a kid, say sir or ma'am, or I'm sorry, dude, I'm sorry, whatever. I'm sorry, I can't do the ride. It's against federal law. They can say, well, I get rides out, blah, blah. You know what? I don't care what another Uber driver did. I don't care what you've been getting away with. I'm not going to do it. Because there again, you get into an accident and that person's under 17 or under, and they don't have anyone with them that's at least 18 that's going the entire trip with them, you're toast. You can't get another Uber ride. You'll be banned from ever signing up from Lyft. You'll be banned from doing Via. You'll be banned from doing Juno if it ever comes to Chicago, which I don't think it will. So that's the last thing I have to say. So to sum up, be safe, be smart, and be reliable. That's it. Signing off.